is still not over. Villa were favourites yesterday morning, but Ipswich were not conceding anything. They beat Manchester City 1-0, leaving Aston Villa to beat Middlesbrough to hold on to their 4-point lead. Your commentator at Villa Park, John Motson.
Aston Villa given the type of welcome which befits a team playing their last home match of the season with the championship in their sights after a gap of 71 years. One of the reasons why Villa have been so stable this season is that 7 of those players have been ever present. The team is unchanged today, and one of the reasons why they've not got carried away with themselves is that there isn't a single player in that team who has had as much as 90 minutes full international football. Middlesbrough, though, have been a bogey side to Villa, having won here for the last 3 years. Their season has been throttled by the departure of Johnston and the injuries to Hodgson and Natras. But today they welcome back Craggs, Ashcroft and Jankovic and give 18-year-old Scot Colin Ross his 3rd game in midfield at number 4. Ron Saunders was made manager of the year when he brought Villa out of the 2nd division in 1975. 18 months ago he was almost ousted in a boardroom upheaval. He lost 4 first-team players in a few months, yet he's led this famous club to within 3 points of winning the hardest league in the world. No wonder the fans are so pleased to see him. Referee Mike Dimbleby from Stevenage. There's been plenty of rain on this pitch, but the plastic sheeting which Villa used to cover it has done its job. It was removed about 15 minutes before the players came out. And it's Villa in the white shorts, playing from the left. Tony Morley out on the left wing, just beaten by the pace of the ball, but here's Gibson. Here's Gary Shaw. Gibson stood in the attack, that's his cross. McNaught, Mortimer. Free kick to Aston Villa, Mortimer foul. Morley is so quick and so direct. Alan Evans has made his way forward for the kick. And here he is with the header. And Jim Platt looked to go down late, but he got the ball away from Alan Evans, who in the last 2 seasons has scored 16 goals, and so many have been from set pieces like that. Evans is there again, so was Platt. That's Gibson, half away by Ross. Here's Mortimer, on by Bremner. Little touch for With. McAndrew puts it back. Gibson. Shaw. Here's Shearer. Oh, straight to With. Out on the wing is Morley. What about that for a ball inside the fullback? Morley's got it. Shaw on the end of it. But Peter With's magnificent crossfield ball feeding this source of supply on the Villa left flank. Tony Morley. Evans. Ross. Evans. Lofted up for Gary Shaw. Here's McAndrew, here's Mortimer, and now With. John Craggs. But only as far as Gibson, and he's found With, and comes through for a return, and a good stop by Platt, who then dives at the feet of Gary Shaw. But Colin Gibson, the left back, came through very intelligently there, having played the first ball, to go on and look for his first goal of the season. McNaught. Cochrane, socks rolled down already. Typical of him. He's found Jankovic. Pulled too far across, though, by the Yugoslav forward. It's a free kick. Gibson fouled by Ross. Here's Swain. With coming in under that Ashcroft's header out. Here's Swain. Evans is still well forward. So is Morley there. Here's Evans. With. Good stop by Jim Platt. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper voted player of the year this season in the North East by the football writers up there. And Peter With doesn't know how that one stayed out. Really good turn by With, a snapshot, and brilliantly saved. Here's Brendan. Bags in the way, but he gave it to Morley and then fouled him. Morley with the quick free kick, which the referee is not very happy about. And we're halfway through the first half here. Evans gets up, there's With, here's Evans, Shaw! Gary Shaw! "23 minutes gone, Aston Villa take the lead. And Gary Shaw scores his 20th goal of the season. He's level now with Peter With, but typically With helped in the build-up. The free kick to the far post, Evans got a touch, With caused confusion. And Shaw in that split second is deadly, and so he proved. And that brings Villa Park to a crescendo. The Villa supporters will be keeping their eye this afternoon on the club's electric scoreboard, which at the moment gives the score from here, but they'll be hoping for news from Ipswich later. The situation being that if Villa were to take one more point today than Ipswich do today, then it would be all over anyway. And Jankovic, Cochrane. Oh, Des Bremner interceding. The two front men going different ways. Morley wide on the left. In for Shaw, little back heel to With the turn and shot. And if you want encapsuled the way Aston Villa play, you just have to look again at that attack. Des Bremner won the ball in the middle of the field, a good interception, he put Tony Morley away on the left. The strikers found their space, Morley crossed, Shaw just flicked it back, and With had the final shot. That's Aston Villa in a nutshell. That was on by With, and the crowd oohing because Shaw was nearly in, he might be now. Gibson. Here's Shaw. Tackled by McAndrew, who's got his hands full with Shaw. Gibson in. There's With! Hit the post! And still the danger's not clear for Middlesbrough. Morley to Gibson, who supplied that cross. Here's Cowans. Mortimer to Bremner. With. And finally, With's won it back again. Mortimer. Swain. And Bremner. Middlesbrough just can't get the ball away. Villa are relentless. Swain. And now McAndrew. And he hasn't cleared it properly either. McNaught. Mortimer. Oh, well, a couple of minutes there of incessant pressure by Aston Villa, and Peter With will look back on that and think how close he was to his 21st goal of the season. The header was smart, it was accurate, and it clipped the top of the post. Shearer. that's Mortimer. And here's with, and now it's Cowans, and Morley's wide again. Evans. Bremner. Oh, With's coming in again here. This is Shaw. Tangled with McAndrew. He's put Morley in. Well, it may sound like repetition, but the openings that With creates, you just lose count of them. He was the target man again there. Shaw, looking for the chance of a shot, saw that Morley was better placed, and Morley from the angle was wide. Swain, and there's a free kick given there. Ross, who's going to be a good little player, I think, for Middlesbrough. He snaps in a bit there in midfield, but he was a little too rugged there. Here's Swain, and now Bremner. With, oh, he's got Swain in, and Black couldn't hold it, and over the bar by Tony Morley, who should surely have made it 2-0 and knows it himself. Well, Kenny Swain came in, the ball pulled across, Jim Platt did his best, he got it out, and the chance fell to Morley, and that's the second time that he hasn't quite kept his composure when in a very good shooting position. Mortimer, McNaught. Oh dear. Soon sorted out there. Very accomplished first half display this. Here's Swain. Shaw's coming in, left it running, and Ashcroft cleared, only as far as Swain. In it goes again. With is up once more, so was Ashcroft. Here's Morley. Oh, it's going to be free again. It's hit, ricocheted off one Middlesbrough player onto the other. And here's Evans. Swain. Mortimer trying to shake off Ross, and the referee blows for half-time, with Aston Villa having supplied 45 minutes of incessant attack, and the performance in that 45 minutes of Peter With, surely one of the great examples of how to play centre-forward. And nobody would appreciate that more than the Aston Villa manager, a former centre-forward himself. Although he may feel his side, in all honesty, should have had far more than the one goal they have got. And the half-time news from Portman Road, as the Villa fans are well aware, means that should the two scores stay this way in the second half, Aston Villa would clinch the championship this afternoon. Well, this penultimate Saturday of the league season has been one of the coldest and wettest of the year, but the spirits of the Villa fans by no means dampened at this stage of the afternoon. Their side lead 1-0 and are now playing from the right. Here's Proctor. Craggs for Middlesbrough. Ross. Armstrong pulling away to the left, and so is Bailey. The pace of the ball at times has deceived the players this afternoon with this very wet surface. Plastic sheeting did its job marvellously before the game, but it's been raining non-stop since the start, and it's still now coming down heavily. Here's Shaw. Going for the delicate finish. There's Evans. Gary Shaw again. Swain coming forward for Villa. Mortimer, Cowans. Evans is with. Cowans supporting him. Good effort again! Oh. Well, if ever a man deserved a goal in any one match, it's got to be Peter With. Favours his left foot and he struck that well. Just flying fairly wide. Armstrong. And Swain now back in defence. Shaw. Mortimer with Shaw. And Mortimer surging forward again, so too is Alan Evans and Bremner. Swain. It's going to find Morley. Gibson wants it pulled back to him. Number 3. Gibson shot, striking McAndrew as he came out. And Morley from McNaught. Cowans. Proctor chasing him back. Morley available again. With! Patiently built up. The cross beautifully delivered. And the execution by Peter With absolutely final. Villa took their time there on the left, having had so much of the ball, but Morley played that ball over Ashcroft's head, and With was there to get the goal he deserves so much, and to put Aston Villa into a 2-0 lead. That goal coming 7 minutes into the second half, and that's only a fair reflection of their superiority in what's been up to now a very one-sided match. Middlesbrough, who've just about managed to stay in things by keeping players back and resisting, and no more than that. And it seemed a matter of time before the second goal came, and when it came, Peter With supplied it with his 21st of the season. Ground absolutely humming now as some of the fans doubtless check their transistor radios for news of the Ipswich score, knowing that should Ipswich drop a point at Portman Road today, the score going up on the scoreboard reflects the fact that they're not at this stage likely to do that. So Aston Villa have got to keep their lead here, and it may go to the last game. That's With. It's Cowans. If both championship contenders win this afternoon, then Peter With and his team would need 1 point from their visit to Arsenal next Saturday to be absolutely sure, even if Ipswich won their 2 remaining games. Mortimer, Shaw. There's Bailey for Middlesbrough. It's hard to recall a moment when Middlesbrough have given Jimmy Rimmer anything to do in this match. And here's Mortimer for Villa. On his own, good save. The only disappointing thing, apart from the fact that his shot was saved, was that the man that supplied the pass, Ken McNaught, injured himself in the process. So Villa for the moment are down to 10 fit men, and the referee waiting until there's a pause in the play and then waving on the trainer. Ken McNaught committed himself in typical Aston Villa style there to a 50-50 challenge. It enabled Mortimer to run on for a shot at goal, but it left McNaught in great pain. Here's Cowans. Free kick given against Morley. Thanks. Bailey. There's Armstrong beaten by Evans, and that's going to fall for With. And they're going to get people up now. Bremner is furthest forward on the right, Shaw on the left, and the pass is too far ahead of Bremner. Shearer for Middlesbrough. Interception by Swain. And players slipping and sliding now all over the place. The conditions really have been highly improbable. Morley. Mortimer. Morley. Will be away by Armstrong. Here comes Alan Evans. And that shot striking Colin Ross. Bremner forward to With. He's away from Ashcroft. Shaw blocked by McAndrew. Corner. The goalkeeper was already on his way to make the save. With, who got away from Ashcroft, cut it back, and Shaw's close-range shot ricocheted off McAndrew. Ken McNaught up with Platt. Evans! Alan Evans! 3-0 now, and the goal difference improved as Alan Evans scores again from a set-piece. Mortimer curled the corner in. Ken McNaught jumped with Jim Platt. The punch landed at the feet of Alan Evans, and he turned it in for his 7th of the season. With 9 minutes to go. Well, it's only what Villa deserve. Their overall performance fully merits this lead. Morley. So the Middlesbrough bogey is laid to rest, it would seem here. Here's Morley. Beautiful! Well, 3 years running, Middlesbrough have come here and won. Today, they've conceded 3 goals, and that might have been the cream on the cake from Tony Morley. Just over. Ron Saunders' team have done him justice today. Shaw. With. Wouldn't run for Shaw. Here's Gibson. Shearer for Middlesbrough. But the Cowan's challenge put him off, and here's Swain. Oh! With! Hit the post for the 2nd time today. Swain's cross-come shot caused the goalkeeper terrible trouble. He somehow kept it out with a little bit of luck, and With hit the post from the rebound. And suddenly Villa Park is in a mood of intense celebration. Bailey. And the final whistle goes at Villa Park. Aston Villa have done all that they can do, and Ron Saunders now will want to know the score from Ipswich. The fans on the terraces have come over the barriers to congratulate Peter With, because this has been a sparkling performance by Aston Villa. They've won the match by 3 goals to 0. They've put themselves into a position of superiority which 18 months ago would never have been imagined by the Villa fans, when Ron Saunders was very, very nearly ousted in a boardroom coup. The club nearly fell apart. But what a season they've had here.
Well, they have too, but as you'll see from the table, it's not over yet. If Villa were to lose at Arsenal at Highbury next Saturday and Ipswich were able to win at Middlesbrough, that's on the same day, it would mean that Ipswich, with a superior goal difference, could still win the Championship on May the 14th by beating Southampton at Portman Road.
Settled next Saturday. And one of the teams still very much involved is Norwich, who've just enjoyed a run of 4 straight wins. Yesterday, though, at Old Trafford, they faced a team going for their 7th successive victory, Manchester United. We join the game in the first half. United in the dark shirts playing from right to left. Your commentator, Desmond Lynham.
Nice ball from Wilkins. Bertels again. Again, the same sort of run. Well, that was only about a foot wide. It's a goal kick. I think really Bertels meant it as the cross. But the Stretford end in particular applauding that run by him. He's been so unlucky, dying to score his first league goal here. This is his last chance, and that wasn't so very far away. Wilkins cross. Goalkeeper can't hold it. Jordan, and now a chance for United off the line. Well, the goalkeeper couldn't hold it. Jordan managed to get it back to Macari, and it had to be cleared by the defender off the line. There's Jordan. Koppel. Cross coming in with the left foot. Macari. And inches wide. Koppel had it on his right foot first, turned it onto his left foot, and a nice header from Macari, which had the goalkeeper scrambling, but just wide. Jordan. Koppel. Downs with the saving tackle there, but Wilkins. Bertels now. Here's Macari. Good save. Bertels saved again off the line. And Bennett coming away for Norwich. Well, that was a super save by Chris Woods on Macari first of all, and then Bertels coming in, and it was blocked again. Here's Bertels. Well, didn't run quite right for him there. Cross in. Koppel. Is it in? It's there. And it's Jordan. And Woods did his best, but he couldn't keep it out. There's Wilkins. Bertels on his left. Bertels, can he get that goal? Off the bar. Well, how unlucky can you get? Greg Downs was chasing back, got the deflection, and it came off the bar.
So that result saw Norwich drop one place, and although technically Middlesbrough, Coventry and Everton could still go down, realistically the final relegation place is between Sunderland, Brighton, Norwich and Wolves. The bookies' favourite is Brighton. Ladbrokes quote them at 6-4 with Sunderland 2-1. Perhaps they've overlooked the fact that Sunderland must go to Liverpool next Saturday for their last match of the season. Norwich and Brighton are both at home, and Wolves, who have games in hand, play 2 of their last 3 matches at Molineux.
Now for a look at the second division promotion race. With Notts County losing at home to Watford yesterday, there were still 2 places available behind West Ham. Swansea needed to beat managerless Chelsea at the Vetchfield to keep pace with their rivals. Let's see what happened. Your commentator, Alan Parry.
Swansea are on the threshold of First Division football for the first time in their 69-year history. And even this rugby stronghold of South Wales has been fired by the success of John Toshak and his team. There are 8 full internationals in the Swansea lineup. Scotland, Yugoslavia and of course Wales are all represented. But injuries have caused a reshuffle, which brings in today the former Everton player Neil Robinson at right back and John Mahoney in midfield. Mahoney takes over as captain in the absence of Jeremy Charles. Chelsea's John Bumstead holds a dubious distinction. He was the last Chelsea player to score away from home in the league, and that was 5 months ago on Match of the Day at Notts County. Bobby Gould, who's manager of the side today after the surprise departure of Jeff Hurst, has brought back Clive Walker and Peter Rhodes-Brown in a bid to end Chelsea's dismal scoring record. John Toshak has enjoyed incredible success at the Vetchfield since he took over as manager just over 3 years ago. They've risen from the 4th to the brink of the First Division. Today's referee, Eric Reid of Bristol, and Chelsea, all in blue, will kick off attacking from right to left and hoping perhaps that history can repeat itself. Their last away win was in Wales 6 months ago, a 4-0 success at Wrexham. Robbie James for Swansea. And the ball just eluding Leighton James. Still possibilities here for Swansea. You've got a lot of men forward. The header down from Mahoney. Rose Brown really instantly closed down by Robinson. And the former Everton player doing well. And still putting pressure on Wilkins. Chelsea really can't get the ball out of their half in these opening stages, but Stevenson just rather overhitting that ball, and it's Chelsea's throw. James again, Leighton that is, on for Curtis. Oh, a beautiful back heeler for Mahoney. Robbie James supporting him too. And that really would have been a splendid goal. Beautiful flick. Setting the Swansea attack in motion then. And Alan Curtis really looking in good form in these early stages. This is Curtis. Chelsea really with so many men back at the moment that Swansea are finding it difficult to find a way through. Leighton James. And again, not giving him any space at all. If he can find it, there's plenty of men in the middle. Oh, when it came off Wilkins, and Robbie James just denied by the defender's interception. Graham Wilkins just getting in the nick of time then with Robbie James threatening a goal, but Leighton James made a centre when none seemed possible. Stevenson climbing high, Bumstead with the clearance. This is Lewis. Well, there's so much indecision in the Chelsea defence. They're really showing the lack of confidence of a side who've had the appalling run of form they've had, having failed to score in 17 of their last 20 league games. Here's Leighton James again, certainly has a free roaming role in this Swansea attack. Evans will try out his long throw again, looking for Curtis inside the box and finding him. Lewis with the interception, and a good one too. Curtis down for Leighton James. Curtis in the middle, so is Robbie James. And again, Chelsea really hanging on their fingertips every time the ball is crossed. Here's Craig. Craig really allowed himself to be dispossessed in a dangerous position then by Britton, whose final ball went straight to Hasdiabdic. So again, the free kick giving Swansea an opportunity to move their big men forward. Nigel Stevenson on the edge of the box. Came off Pate's head. The clearance dropping straight for Robinson. Oh, and it's gone in! And Swansea get a stroke of luck just when they needed it. 22 minutes gone, and Neil Robinson gets his 6th goal of the season. and Chelsea were never able to cope with the danger from the free kick. And John Toshak, delighted but anxious that Swansea continue to press home that stroke of good fortune. Robinson's shot didn't look particularly sweetly hit. Barota seemed to have it covered, but in the end his punch only sent the ball swirling into the corner of his own net. Swansea 1, Chelsea 0. Lee on, and Chelsea again facing a difficult situation away from home, where they've had such a dismal run in recent months. This is Nutton. Now Robinson, the scorer. Glorious ball getting in behind Locke, but just a little too far ahead of Robbie James. And Bobby Gould's expression telling the story of another Chelsea setback. James with 4 different players inside the penalty area to look for. And a little flick by Wilkins just took the ball away from danger, and the Swansea players insistent that it went off Wilkins' head then and should have been a corner. I must say, from where I'm sitting, I would agree, but referee Reid says goal kick. Well, Mickey Nutton, who lost his boot in a tackle in the goal mouth a few minutes ago, obviously injured his foot as well, because he's having to go off the field. That's what Mr. Reid is making a note of. And Chelsea, with another blow in what's been such a difficult week for them, have to make their substitution. Mike Fillery, a midfield player, on for Nutton, a centre-half, and that's going to cause a reshuffle in the Chelsea side and make things even harder for them. Robbie James header. Armstead knew he had time then. It's the substitute Fillery, and this is Locke. And that's a Swansea throw. Curtis, providing good running off the ball and good control with it. Mahoney to Hadziabdic, making space for himself. Well, what a superb goal that was by the Yugoslav! Hadziabdic scores a vital goal, his first ever as a Swansea player, and what a way to open your account. A beautiful build-up by Swansea, and Hadziabdic had the confidence to go forward, and the devastating shot at the end of it, and his Yugoslav colleague Barota never had a hope. Swansea 2, Chelsea 0. Swansea can see the First Division beckoning. Just 2 matches after today, a 2-0 lead. They're playing well, their crowd beginning to get the idea that First Division football might not be far away, and John Toshak's team on the brink of the First Division. James creating space well, Curtis with the flick, and that's the final action of an excellent first half for Swansea. Hadziabdic's spectacular goal in the 34th minute, and Neil Robinson's 10 minutes earlier, setting them up and giving John Toshak a very satisfying moment as he leaves the field at half-time with Swansea City leading by 2-0, and poor Bobby Gould, the Chelsea stand-in manager, wondering what he can do to bring his side back into this game. Well, the conditions are hardly ideal for watching or playing football, and in this second half Swansea will have to attack into the teeth of that very strong wind. I wonder what difference that will make. Chelsea immediately under pressure. Once again, this is Rose Brown, and a Swansea throw. Curtis with Pates right behind him, and the throw for Swansea. And that's the signal for Wyndham Evans to try and wind up for another one of those long throws. In towards Robbie James, and the back header towards Curtis. Barota now had to produce his acrobatics once more to deny Curtis a goal. all stemming from the long throw-in by Evans, the flick header on by Curtis, and in the end, it was a fine save by Barotta. This is Fillery. Walker, Rhodes-Brown. He's not really had much success against Neil Robinson today. Here's Fillery, Chivers, under pressure from Craig, and there could be a break on here for Swansea. Leighton James, Curtis to his left. The defender don't commit himself here, and Curtis has got through the gap. Oh, and it's off the line, or was it? The referee has given the goal. Robbie James makes it 3-0 in the 67th minute. Curtis setting up the goal with that fine run at the Chelsea defence. When he gave the ball to Robbie James, the shot seemed as though it might have crossed the line. The defender's desperate clearance, according to the referee, didn't keep it out, and that's 3-0 to Swansea. And now the Swansea crowd begin to sing "We're going up," and certainly things are looking very promising indeed. For a side who only 4 seasons ago were in the 4th division. Hadziapdic, Stevenson on the halfway line, and now Leighton James. And that goal, I think, has just given Swansea breathing space. Chelsea had played better football in this second half, and were beginning to get back into the game, but now surely are beaten. And here's Wilkins, who tried to keep that shot from James off his own line. Lee. Lock, Britton forward, Lee could be in here, but Lewis cool as ever. Robinson winning it again, but Alan Curtis in the centre forward position, gives it straight to Chivers. Toshak on the left and Phil Boersma on the right. Curtis. Leighton James in support if he needs him. Curtis again. And Leighton James winning it then when he seemed he had no hope. Whacking the ball into the side net, and I think the crowd thought that one had gone in. Leighton James unlucky there. But again, Swansea so threatening down their left. Brown. And that was a foul. Craig's clearance and a quick counter-attack on here. It's 2 Swansea men against only 1 Chelsea defender at the moment. This is Curtis. Only 1 man between him and Barotta. And he very nearly found the space. Good effort by Curtis. The shot swinging away from Barotta, but he just managed to get his fingertips to it and take the sting out of it. Stevenson didn't spot Fillery until it was too late. And he's got Walker in the middle. Swansea getting back in some numbers now. Still the opportunity here for Chelsea. Craig's clearance gives them another bite. Lee down for Britton, and that was a fine save. Britton struck that well, and it was swinging away from the goalkeeper, Stewart, who not only went down and stopped it, but held it as well. Curtis chasing, but Locke quicker. Curtis again. Craig. Leighton James. And Hansi Abdic. Quite an understanding these two have. And that's the final whistle. And a vital win for Swansea. John Toshak has another 2 points. The crowd have another victory to celebrate. And at a time when so many of the second division promotion contenders are showing inconsistency, Swansea have now gone 6 matches without defeat. For Chelsea, though, have gone 12 hours without even a goal. The crowd sing "We're going up," and who would deny them? The final scoreline at a joyous Vetchfield: Swansea City 3, Chelsea 0.
That win keeps Swansea in 4th place, and with 3 of their promotion rivals, Notts County, Luton and Grimsby, all losing at home, the Welsh club now need 3 points from their remaining 2 matches to become a First Division club for the first time in their history. The key game for Swansea is really tomorrow night's home match against Luton. Victory would put them a point ahead of Blackburn, the only other top team to win yesterday, and Swansea's goal difference is superior. Notts County still need 2 points from 2 games to be absolutely sure of going up. Well, the main news today centres around the 3 World Cup qualifying games this week for England, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Ron Greenwood told me he expects all but Liverpool's Phil Thompson to report this evening for Wednesday's Group 4 match against Romania, but there are question marks over 3 key players. Ipswich's Paul Mariner, who didn't play against Manchester City yesterday because of Achilles trouble, and the Southampton pair, Kevin Keegan and Dave Watson. Both have knee injuries and received treatment at the Dell this morning, which will continue when they join the England party. If Watson fails to make it, Greenwood has a problem, with Russell Osman the only recognised central defender available. Brian Robson, presumably, would then switch to the back 4. Scotland play their Group 6 match against Israel at Hampden on Tuesday, and with strikers Kenny Dalglish and Andy Gray definitely out, it seems Joe Jordan of Manchester United will partner Steve Archibald in attack. Rangers defender Ali Dawson is also out of the squad. Northern Ireland at home to Portugal in another Group 6 match have no injury problems, merely ensuring the safe arrival in Belfast of David McCreary, who last night played for his American club Tulsa Roughnecks in Chicago. Finally, the bad weather has hit 2 of today's scheduled games at Oxford and Bradford, but 2 were played. In the second division, Orient 2, Bolton 2, and in Division 4, Port Vale 0, Halifax 0.
Well, that's it for today, except for a reminder of an important date next Wednesday evening when England play Romania at Wembley for vital World Cup qualifying points. And you can see highlights of that game as well as Northern Ireland and Scotland's matches in Sports Night at 10 o'clock. And I'm unable to tell you at this stage who'll be England's main striker. It can't be Aston Villa's Peter With because he's not in the party. But the sooner he is, the better for our chances, in my view, of qualifying for Spain. Without doubt, in my mind, he's in form ahead of all his challengers, but it's sad to see that qualities of experience, willing running, unselfishness and courage sometimes blind us to the accompanying skills that a player might possess. Could Puskás or Pelé have done better in this tight situation, or even in orthodox, spontaneous finishing in true old-fashioned British style?
Gibson in. There's With! Hit the post! Oh! With! Hit the post! For the second time today. Proctor chasing him back. Morley available again.